right, we are live.
All right.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
The shine on Thursday. I got my favorite shake.
What is that?
It's called the lava shake.
The lava shake.
So it's orange with the orange lift off. So good.
Tell them what it tastes like.
Tastes like orange sherbet.
Yeah, that's what you always say.
Is there a T in sherbet? I think it's not pronounced sherbet. It's called sherbet.
Really?
Yep.
Sherbet.
Uh-oh.
Sherbet.
He just became the word police.
I know.
Well, no,
That's
it's one of those.
one of those things that
Like Illinois.
Illinois.
Well, everyone remembers it as sherbet.
Yeah,
but like
but it's
that's
not
not a word
sherbet.
that exists. It's
Really?
sherbet.
Sherbet. Oh, there's no R in there. Sherbet.
Yeah,
But it's
but
we all say sherbet.
I always remember calling it sherbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call it. I don't know,
Sherbet.
that's what I was
Why
told.
do we do that?
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
We're weird.
Yeah. That's
Anyways,
really
it's-
funny.
It's really good. If they could make
Dante would say one more thing in the English language that makes it difficult. Yeah,
I know, it makes no sense.
I know.
Mm.
Sherbet. Orange sherbet.
Now, if it could taste like limoncello,
You'd be great.
it'd be really good. I might have limoncello tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday?
Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to my favorite restaurant. One of my martinis.
Oh, I forgot you were going to be in Columbus tomorrow. I was like, I don't know where you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
okay, good.
It's like Cheers to me.
It is. I know. Everybody knows your name. You love it there. You love the food.
I get seats no matter what.
You get
Always.
great
Well,
service always.
I
They
couldn't
have
hook
great
up.
service at Martini's.
Yeah, I couldn't hook up Bird last week.
That's right. That's a big crew.
Well, no, it was they got him in at 9, but it was a high state graduation.
Oh, yeah.
And they had 29.
Packed. Yeah, I'm saying it's hard to get a
I
big
could have got
group
10
in there.
I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, how's your week been?
Great. Fully recovered from all my travels.
That's right.
That kind
Yeah.
of kicks
You're
my
still
butt.
kind of.
Still
tired?
tired early.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
Takes
tired.
me a while to recover.
I'm tired early all the time.
Well, you do get up early in the morning. You get up earlier than me.
I had to bed at 11 last night.
You
By the
went
time
to
I got-
bed at 11?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I had
Oh,
that call,
jeez.
and then I couldn't sleep, and then
Your alarm went off at 5 a.m.
I
too.
know. I was like,
Dang.
ran. Yeah, Jay was hurting though, so it was easy run. So it was good.
Okay. That's good.
Really good. Anything else? What else? I don't think anything else has
Been
happened.
kind of a quiet week.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. We had a last track meet last night.
Yes.
Final middle school track meet of the season. Done with track.
It's good.
Maybe forever. I don't know. I don't think he's certain about if he wants to do it next year. He liked it,
He's a social
but he didn't
butterfly.
love it. He likes the social part of it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Track's a great social sport.
It is. You do one event, 2 events,
You hang out with
Hang
your
out.
friends the rest
Yeah.
of the time.
eat
Yep.
popcorn. I go there, and I missed the. So Saturday he had SBC.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a party at the house. We had a lot more going than we thought. You were at home. You met with the caterer for the shower.
Yep.
You had a shower.
Right. We had our first wedding festivities on Sunday. That was fun.
Yeah.
We did. We had a party at our house on Saturday. It was
Saturday.
great. It was
But I went there and I missed the.
You missed the jump
Yes, because they told me what time it was going to happen. Oh no, that it was a 4x2,
too.
and I'm like looking all around for him. Next time he's got a big snow cone. This thing was this big. I'm like, what are you doing? That's how you have to run. He goes, I already ran.
All right.
Like
So you missed it.
I missed it for 45 minutes, but it's good. I got to see him. But
That was good.
anyways, yeah. So good. All right. What else going on?
We're just wrapping up the school year at home. That's next week. We're done next week. He's done next week.
It's crazy. We
I
just
feel like we are
talked to
done next week. It's just
Junior and Liz,
yeah,
and their kids are going to.
the end of June. That's a long time.
They're what,
in
Jersey?
school. Yeah,
Yeah.
New Jersey. That's a long time in school.
Our little Anthony. How old is he?
4.
4 years old.
Turned 4 yesterday.
Kid is so
Oh, wild man. He's
a
awesome.
wild man. He's got the best hair ever. Mm-hmm. They're wild. They're crazy. It's funny. Elise in there.
All right.
So, what are we talking about? I feel like I'm
Talking about-
loud. Am I loud?
I don't know. Devin, is he
Like
too
this
loud?
is No.
No, you're not loud.
I feel like I gotta watch because if you breathe in this thing, I can hear it.
Yep.
It's
Now
very
you're
sensitive.
hearing what everyone's been hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, see? Sue Fretz is going to be so happy that you
know,
can
'cause
hear
it's like-
yourself slurp.
I know. I gotta watch it. I don't.
Oh yeah, you can't drink. People hate that.
She has been, yes, Sue has been on you for a long time about your slurping. So
I know. I gotta watch how
now
I breathe.
you
I gotta
can
watch how
hear.
I breathe in this thing.
This is good. This is feedback for you.
I don't know.
This is
God,
feedback for you.
I feel tight. I feel like I'm getting hot now.
Oh my gosh.
I am getting hot. It's hot in
Claustrophobic?
here. It is hot in here. It's killing me.
All right, so we're talking about decision making today.
Yes.
Can you see that paper?
Yeah, I got to read it. Yeah. Illuminating.
Illuminating. This is your AI.
It was AI that helped me do this.
I don't know why you do
Illuminating
that.
your path with Dr. Nick and Shayna.
I think that's a little dramatic, but anyway,
We need
we're
some
going to talk
drama.
about.
We need some drama in our life.
Yeah, sure we do.
That's like the flair of the podcast. Dramatic.
Yeah, right. You're enough drama. You bring all the drama.
I don't think I do.
You don't think
I
so?
bring chaos to your life.
You bring chaos to my life.
Because you're so like no chaos.
I like no chaos. I like my life that way.
Nobody does.
I do.
No.
I absolutely
You
do.
miss me when I'm not around.
I miss you when
I
you're
don't.
not
She didn't
around,
miss
but
me
it
that.
is
She didn't
very
miss me that
quiet.
much. I sure when I got back, she was like talked about how I was different. It took her a while to reassimilate into me being there because she was just like into her own little thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of scary. I thought,
That quick.
if I'm gone, that quick. It was only 18 days. I was like, shit. She moved on.
That's quick.
It was really quick. I felt like Talladega Nights. You know what I mean? Is that how you say the word?
Talladega.
Talladega Nights. When he comes back. And
I
they're
never
like,
saw that movie.
You never saw that movie?
Nope.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
And
I kind of know about the movie, but I never
after he
watched
can't
it.
race somewhere, he comes back and Cal's there, and he's like, I was only gone for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I felt like. I was only gone for a couple of days, and you already moved on.
I didn't move on, but I got my house.
And
the way-
your own routine. And she goes, it was so much quieter when you weren't here.
It was quieter. It was way quieter. You do bring a lot of noise and
You
chaos.
said it was quieter, and that. What else
else
did you
did I
say?
say? I
The
don't
house
know.
was cleaner.
Oh, the house was cleaner.
I like clean.
I know. I don't understand that, honestly, because you're not a dirty person. And I don't like pick up after you all the time when you're home. But
my
I
clothes in
don't.
my room, but I take care of those.
But not, yeah. So I don't know. I can't explain that one. The house was cleaner. Maybe,
I think it was you.
probably. I mean, I think I didn't leave town for 2 days every week while you were gone. So I did keep up with the cleaning. Usually I'm gone all day Friday, all day Saturday. And so I was not gone. I was home 7 days instead of 5 days. So I think it gave me more time.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was you.
But there's nothing wrong with chaos.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with chaos. I'm saying I personally prefer no chaos.
The guy you like, Daniel G, he moved fast.
Daniel G.
Yeah. Fast. That's the magic man. Now you see me, now you don't.
What is that? I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
gotta watch more movies.
I don't need to. You watch a lot of movies
I watch a lot, but I watch a lot over and over.
over and over. Yeah. You know all the
I
words.
did
too.
spend the weekend with The
can't.
Godfather for some reason when I was cooking. It was great.
Yeah, you watched a lot of Godfather this weekend.
Yeah. It's really good. Get my boys to understand that a little more. Really good. Good lessons.
I wonder if you could put AirPods in your ears when you're listening to the TV. Maybe that would be a great solution
Is
for our
it
lives.
a Roku TV?
I have no idea.
Because you could if you did that.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of TV it is. That would be
She gets mad at me
great.
because I put up loud.
So he loves to listen. He loves to be in the kitchen and turn the TV on, but the TV has to
Upstairs
be
is
up
so
loud.
Upstairs is
I
terrible.
know. The acoustics in our house were not well thought through. I wanted wooden floors because it's easier to clean, it's simpler, and it is all of that, and it makes the house super loud. Everything's loud in our
But
house.
it's funny because like you say that, but then we watch The Queen or we watch one of those. And you're like, can you turn it up?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
See, I get used to
It's-
when I'm sitting by it, I can read it.
Yeah.
I do a lot.
When
of
you're in the kitchen,
I
you
can't read.
listen.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
listen. It's like
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm not really
Yeah.
watching
So,
it.
but if you could put headphones in, then I could have a quiet house and you could be watching The Godfather on whatever volume we
everybo- and
want.
everybody be
And
happy.
everyone's happy.
Okay.
See? That's
How
a
about
good solution.
You see this?
A compromise.
25 years
Compromise.
in October.
Yeah.
That's why.
I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Wait,
bit-
why don't you just watch on your phone? Would that is that and then you could like
Then you would
kind of
have
see
that.
it and you could listen.
I didn't build my house to watch shit on my phone.
That's it.
And I didn't
There
put
you
my open kitchen in front of the TV. Well, okay. So the reason was I was not allowed to put a TV. I wanted to put a TV over top the
pizza oven.
pizza oven.
Yeah. Well, it didn't make
And
sense.
you and
'cause
Joe-
You could actually see a TV if you were standing in the kitchen. So it didn't make sense to have another TV.
So her and Joe nixed my idea of
I
putting it
did.
on there.
Yeah. No, you didn't need a TV there. I still agree with that.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I watch Godfather on the big TV.
I'm
right.
okay with that.
That's right.
All
it
right.
is-
Maybe
but-
I'll wear the headphones. We'll see.
I really had. If I could work that out, that's not a bad idea. Because I
Yeah.
like to look up. I cook and then I look up
Yeah.
and then I.
Yeah. But if you're the only one listening to it, then you're the only one listening to it. Because right now you're the only one listening to it at home, but we all hear it.
That is true.
Yeah.
And upstairs, like
And upstairs, it's really loud.
it's
It's
crazy.
louder upstairs than if you're
I
sitting
know.
on the
I was up
couch
there. I
trying
was
to
up there
watch
to get
the
something
TV.
when it was on. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy loud.
I know. It's really loud.
It's like terrible loud. It's like I feel like it's coming right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's louder upstairs in our kid's bedroom than it is if you're sitting on the couch watching the TV.
Yeah,
That's really weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
bad acoustics. But
And maybe we are bad audio people, probably.
yeah, we probably have somebody look at that. Okay, so this
So.
is your topic. So the topic was decisions because I like it.
Decision making.
Yeah, it's huge.
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, most people make, I don't know, hundreds of decisions a day, maybe more than that, depending on your role in life. Yeah. Lots
Well,
of
and
decisions.
some are different. I think, and it's funny because it's we did hear Daniel G, and that was one thing that I really focus on now was like people that make quick decisions. That's what I want in my life.
Right. People that decide quickly.
I got a lot of people I work with that can't decide. Indecisiveness kills me.
Yeah. Well,
make a
okay, so
decision,
where does indecisiveness come from, do you think?
I think two things: their ability, they don't really want to say no.
Okay.
I think is one,
Like-
and two, I think we'll talk about it later on. But it's a lot of, I mean, some people just I don't know, they're afraid. I think
Afraid.
fear.
I think fear is a big thing.
Yeah.
Fear to make a decision, fear to be wrong, fear to decide the wrong thing, fear to,
Look bad.
look bad. Yeah. I also think the more, it's like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So if you start becoming very decisive on small things, then you build up your like decision making muscle on, you just get better at making decisions. So you don't have to like make a big, huge life decision. You just make a choice, make lots of decisive choices regularly so that you feel comfortable making quick decisions.
Right.
I'm not suggesting that life decisions become quick, but you can do it with a lot less uncertainty if you're making decisions on a regular basis
Right.
with certainty.
Yeah. I mean, but another thing is realizing you're going to be wrong.
Right.
I mean, it's okay.
It's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some more important decisions than other ones.
Right. Some are life altering and some don't. I
Matter.
mean,
And I guess I think it's funny because probably the best decision making I learned was from Joe Dandrin. Here's a couple of choices. They're pretty
this
close.
goes back. Okay, so this goes back to, I'm trying to put it in context. So when we were building our house,
Yeah.
there's a bazillion choices to make when you're building a house.
A lot of people I remember we were building a house. We said, the biggest goal is not to be divorced after you get done doing the house because there's a lot of like stress and a lot of decisions.
It
A lot of
is.
like, us two are like totally
Night
opposite.
and day, right?
So we have that factor.
Okay, so we did. We hired somebody to help us with we hired him originally to help with just the decorating and the interior decorating, but we got him involved early enough, which was a blessing in the blueprint stage of things, so that he really helped us plan the space around the way we wanted to live our lives. Like it was great. But so talk about his decision making.
Yeah. So I mean, so you got light fixtures, you got door handles, you got I mean, everything you think
The
about.
color of the door, the
Color
size
of
of the
door,
door. Does the door have 4 panels or 6 panels or no panels?
Yeah.
Is the door off-white or white? Or do you make it a color? What color paint do you want this room? Does this room the same color as that room? What color do you want the woodwork? Do you want the woodwork to match, to not match? Do you want it painted? Do you want it stained? Do you want it...
All this
I mean, it's
stuff.
like
And he basically
on
said,
and on and on and on.
and so he would get like the hardware couple, and he'd had 3 different choices that were pretty similar that would work, and all these work. Pick one.
Pick one.
And he just said
It's your preference.
they all work. Don't stress over it.
Style-wise, they
Yeah,
all work.
Pick one that you like, and if you're not really sure, just pick one.
Yeah.
He's like, because they all work.
Yeah.
It's
and
not
it's not
that
going to
big.
matter.
It's not going to matter.
Right.
And so it was great. So it'd be like literally, there's 3 different things. Okay, which one you like? I like. Yeah. Okay, good. It doesn't really matter. Good. Pick that one. And it was so easy.
Yeah. That
We
was
really had no.
So having somebody who
That helped.
knew what
Yep.
they were doing and
And we trusted
narrow
him.
our choices. Yeah. So
We-
we knew him, we liked him, we trusted him. He narrowed our choices, and then we made a choice.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the
we
thing.
made the
Yeah.
decision.
There's so many, so many choices,
Yeah.
and it really was no right or wrong.
Right. But if you don't have somebody helping you narrow it down, that's like analysis paralysis,
Yeah.
where you're just like, should it be this? Should it be that? What about this? What about that?
Which way to go?
Which way to go? What does it? Yeah.
Contemporary version.
And that could be in anything in life. If you have a ton of choices to make and there's like it's a wide open field, then you could get stuck in the
And I think that's most people. The analysis they freeze
yeah,
because they have so many choices. They choose not to even make a choice
because there's too many options.
because there's too many options,
Yeah.
and they freeze.
Right.
They put it off. They
So
procrastinate.
that could be
It's in everything.
anything. Yeah.
Like looking at a job, they have 3 or 4 jobs they could be offered.
What dress to wear?
What dress to wear?
I've been doing that lately.
Oh,
But it could be anything. Yeah.
yeah, you do that.
I sometimes I do.
Yeah, it's like, and I say, pick one you like that you feel good.
I know. For me, my decision, so I did, decisions are mostly like emotional or the rational. So it's you either make decisions mostly emotional or rational. Emotional, you're like, you get that gut feeling. You're like, all right, this is it. Or the rational, or a combination of both. But the rational is, okay, the pros list, the cons list, what makes the most sense, debate about it. But for me, my decisions mostly are, when I make the final decision, it's emotional. I
yeah.
oftentimes do the pros and cons list first, but then when I make my final decision, it's like, what feels right.
Yeah, I think that's all mine. I don't think I do too much rational.
I'm glad you said that, not me.
I'm not rational. It's all gut. That's right. I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's right. Like, damn it, that was a bad,
Yeah.
bad gut feeling.
Yeah.
But you gotta go with your gut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because we were just talking to Bird, who coaches Supernovas, and we just had a great. I forgot that was one of the I got to run down, and that's such a. We did a lot this weekend.
I know.
It's crazy. Like more I think about, more we talk about it. Like I ran to Columbus and back, but anyways, we just talking about gut and
Okay.
going with your gut. And decision sometimes is that gut feeling. And
Right.
I think some people can have a bad gut. I do. So maybe you don't trust your gut. Maybe you need to be a little more rational
Right.
in decisions.
So I think that comes from not trusting themselves and making decisions. They're not good decision makers. They've had experience in the past where they've made decisions and it didn't work out, and maybe they've made themselves wrong for it, or maybe.
And you think their
maybe
gut
it
is
was
being wrong? Well, I'm saying like
no, I think their gut could be right, but they don't trust it because they don't trust their intuition because they haven't done enough trusting their intuition. Or if they've trusted their intuition and it didn't work out, then they make it that the intuition was wrong. And that may or may not be the case. It might be like
Just didn't work out.
You just didn't work out. Like some things just don't work out. You don't have to make it like you weren't wrong because it didn't work out.
just wrong. Yeah.
It just didn't work out.
Okay.
And that's okay, but doesn't
Yeah.
mean you should trust yourself any less.
Do you think
should always-
naturally people's gut is right
I think so.
more than not?
I absolutely think
And
so.
it's right because there's sometimes I think you say it's a gut feeling, but you talk yourself into the gut feeling.
I don't know if I can relate to that.
You've never your first gut is something,
Yeah.
but the more you rationalize, the more you talk yourself a different way. So you didn't go against your gut. It's like the thin slice.
Well, but I can say,
So you didn't really trust your gut, but you talk yourself into making something feel good. You can talk yourself into.
no, I would say to myself, like, my gut says I should do A, but when I look at it in pros and cons, then B is the smart choice. And then then you have to decide.
Right.
But I do know when I'm making decisions, I know whether it's my gut or my rational thinking. I don't know how I do that naturally, but I think I do that naturally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do that.
You just go with your gut no matter what.
No, because I may have the initial gut feeling or something, but then I rationalize
Yeah.
the pros and cons like quickly,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and then then there's my new gut.
Oh, I see. So you change it based
You
on
change
your
it based on,
rationalization.
so it's almost like, then it feels good, but really,
It's not what you originally thought.
no. So you live, and I think
That's interesting.
for me, it's almost all the time my gut is right.
Yeah, I think
Right?
that's
But I
true
talk
for
myself,
just about everybody.
but I look at things and then I'm like, well, then, no, yeah, maybe, what about this? And look at this.
Yeah.
And yeah, then you
Well,
hear,
you say a lot of times, not a lot of times, but I have heard you say many times, like, I knew I shouldn't have. Like, I knew in my gut that was the wrong thing,
Right.
the wrong decision. I knew better,
Yeah.
but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
That might be the story of your life. There's a lot of stories we could tell that. You knew better and you did it anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that. I know. Some's worked out.
Some of it's worked out, yeah.
Some haven't. Some hasn't done very well.
Well, you also make a lot of decisions. You make a lot of decisions.
That's why I kind of like when I go on trips and I don't make any decisions.
I know. That is nice.
One of my favorite trips was to skiing with Dad.
Right, because you make
And-
no decisions.
Yeah, and the ranch is another good one.
Yeah, you just don't make. You just
You
decide.
literally, well, you kind of decide like,
Do you want to ride the horse today, or do you not want to
yeah,
ride the horse? Today?
or usually it's where do I want to, where do you want to go? I don't know.
Yeah.
Take me. That's
Yeah.
usually what I am. I'm like, do you
Yeah.
want to walk? Do you want to run? I really don't care.
Which direction do you want to go on the horse?
just-
and then
that's
yeah,
it.
you don't.
And then-
you don't even have to make that decision if you don't want to.
And dinner's taken care of. Food's all taken. You don't.
Yeah,
You know
that
where you're
is
going to eat.
nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You just literally are there.
No choices.
And just, yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's like a little break for your brain.
It is. I mean, that skiing, when I would ski, that was one thing. I remember we were really busy. I mean, just doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Life was crazy.
And you went to.
British Columbia, and we go to this snowcat skiing, and it literally was kind of like the ranch, but it was like, literally, you have a cabin, you get up in the morning, they had it was whatever breakfast it was, or they had cereal.
So eat what they made, or have a bowl of cereal.
Yep, that was
Okay.
it. Lunch, they brought sandwiches.
You eat
No
one?
choice, eat one or not.
Yeah,
Dinner was this,
eat it or not.
eat it or not,
Yep. Go
and
to
that was
bed.
it.
Yeah.
Literally, and then when we got to go skiing, it was like, okay, we're going down here.
Good.
Stay within these two lines. Outside of that, we have avalanche issues. Don't go outside of that. Good? Okay.
I was not aware of the avalanche issues before you left, by the way.
No, what do you, no, that is, oh, not before I left, but
No,
I called
before
you.
you
when
left. You called me on day one. I said, "How was your day of skiing?" You said, "I didn't ski today." And I said, "What do you do? What did you do all day?" And you said, "We spent the day on avalanche training," which was not. I didn't realize there was avalanche risk when you were there. That went against my death factor.
Yeah, you should have known.
I should have known. Right, I should have known. He was going in the middle of nowhere to go snowcat skiing. I should have known, but
with my father and my sister.
I know you guys are all
Crazy. Yeah.
risk takers.
Oh, those guys,
for
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Dad, it's funny. I was just talking about him. How he, financial, like business wise, wasn't a risk taker.
No,
But we would climb through like closed places, like skiing.
to go skiing.
Yeah, it would say closed, area closed, avalanche risk. I don't know if that really, they mean that. You know what I mean? And we would close, we'd walk up all the time.
Really?
I look back now, yeah, he was like never like, oh, that's not, that is it really
be
never?
fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We're good. Dad, I think
gosh.
they're closing the lift in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be able to get down there. Yeah. I mean, if you don't get down there, you walk out. But I think half the time he's like, well, the worst case scenario is we
Just
walk out.
He's fine with it.
Yeah. It'd be a 4-hour freaking
Yeah.
walkout with no,
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
he was very rational in business.
Yes.
It was not a risk.
No,
taker
not a
in
risk
business
taker.
decisions. Yeah, that's
Not
funny.
even a little one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
So yeah, I think it's, I think that I see so many people on little things, like what to eat.
Yeah, where to go? Well, there's age old, like if you're dating, you're like, where do you want to go to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? No, you pick. No, you.
You know that. You know the
Yeah.
technique. Honey, I'm going to take you to your favorite place. Sound good? You're going to take me to Carmi's? Yeah. See? It's like a little workaround.
A
Just
little
like,
trick.
yeah.
That could work.
You know?
That could work.
Yeah. That's a good one. I learned some techniques. I should have learned those.
What if I said, "How do you know what my favorite place is?" I don't think we talked about that yet.
Well, we talked about that.
You would figure it out. I know you
I
would.
have to gaslight you. If you wouldn't say the name, I'd be screwed.
I know. Gosh. Okay. So
But how do you, yeah. So, I mean,
we talked about emotions, your gut decision versus your rational critical thinking decision making.
and you said, I mean, past experience is huge.
Past experience is huge.
Yeah. Because
Your-
almost everything you do is dials into
What you've done before
what you've done before.
and what your experience has been in the past.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, touch that stove.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to
Don't
touch
do that.
Don't
Yeah.
touch that. Should I touch that stove or not? No, it's
Don't do
learned
that.
at a young age, and but sometimes I think it's the stories too that, because I think we forget a lot of things. Then we have a story that embellishes whatever we had.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, so like
For sure.
maybe a decision that was not a great decision, but not very, I mean, it wasn't as bad,
Yeah.
but over the years have become like a whole nother movie, a whole nother different.
Right. We
Like
make
them-
it mean things that didn't
Yes.
actually happen or
Yes.
didn't mean. Right.
And then we go back to like, I don't want to make it, believe me, there's a lot of people. I think that's, I don't want to say all in the workforce and there that there's people like they find jobs, they find stuff. I don't have to make decisions. Yeah. I mean, like they want to be somewhere like the same thing their whole life. Like
I think there's a comfort level of decision making for each individual person.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like, yeah, my vacation was good, but I don't want to be the guy that's
You don't
being
want to
told.
live like that.
No.
Like you don't want to
I want somebody to tell me like a week,
to do all the time. A week break is
Good.
good for you. But, right.
but I don't want my whole life to be dictated by whatever somebody else wants me to do.
Right. Yeah.
No way.
Because you want to make decisions most of the time. You just want your brain to have a break sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
I love making decisions.
Yeah.
mean-
and some people don't like that. Some people
right.
want to just let me show up. You tell me what to do. I'll get my job done, and I'm done, and I don't have to.
It's
think,
kind of
and I'm good.
it's being the entrepreneur. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's something in us.
Yeah, it's like the
Our fathers,
entrepreneurs,
yeah.
and the business owners and the creative people. They want the decisions. They don't want necessarily to be told what to do. Yeah, like
No way.
employee or employer mindset. Yeah, employee mindset, which isn't bad. It's just different.
it's just
I
different. I
think
mean-
it's a level of comfort with making decisions.
Not a right or wrong. I mean, there's no right or wrong to if you don't want to make a decision, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, but
There
on
will
same
be
token-
somebody that will. So
Yeah.
if you just have to be okay with somebody else making the decisions for you and you live with those decisions.
you're giving up something.
Yeah.
You have no stress, but you also have no freedom.
Right. Yeah. Ah, wow. I didn't think this was going to go that way today.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
So I think I personally say you want to be a problem solver. You want to be the person that people go to that you can make a decision quick
Yeah.
because I feel like that's where the sweet that's value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you become somebody that's valuable to other
The
people.
more ability you have to be a critical thinker and make decisions, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Is more value.
There's more value all day long. I mean, as far as like, I think more security.
Okay. So when I was doing my research before this, because I actually did some research, I wanted to be more prepared than you. Imagine that.
You know what? I'm prepared through life.
Scientifically, you won't be surprised by this. You won't be surprised by this, but maybe some people will be. There is zero correlation between intelligence and critical thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter how smart you are. The level of intelligence you have doesn't mean that you're a better thinker,
No.
like critical thinker.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd take a street guy over a very smart book guy
Yeah.
any day for what I like
Right.
and what
Whoa. Got a little
flash.
flash.
Whoa.
Flash.
It was raining outside.
Come on, you know that movie, don't you? No, Flash Gordon from Ted.
Oh my gosh.
Remember Ted? You know,
Oh, okay.
the old Flash Gordon.
Is he like a superhero?
Yes, Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh my God,
remember.
you guys are terrible.
Woo.
Where's my son, Lewis?
We don't know anything about that, but you seem excited.
Well, it was a perfect moment for Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
Remember
somebody else.
Ted? You watch Ted?
Like the bear one?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that movie.
You never seen the movie?
No.
Even after the France guy
No.
talked about Ted?
No.
That's crazy. Okay.
No.
That's a whole nother story.
We'll save the Paris trip for another time. That's a whole episode in and of itself.
That is.
The trip into Paris.
No, because I do. I think sometimes, yeah, intelligence, smarts. I mean,
But I also think in some situations, it's assumed that intelligence, if you're smarter at thinking, you're smarter at making decisions, but isn't necessarily true. So some people who have a high level of intelligence could get promoted, could be put in positions where they need to make decisions, but they may or may not be good at that.
good at, right.
They may be very smart and good at critical thinking. I mean,
Yes.
but
You can have,
doesn't
which is even better.
would be awesome. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't run together.
No.
It doesn't show up together. It's two separate skills.
Yeah, scientifically.
Scientifically from my research.
From your research. I don't know how they scientifically can measure that.
I don't know. They do all kinds of research.
They do.
It's interesting. I like the psychological research.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting. So I have one more downfall for you. So we talked about pitfalls in decision making, just not doing it, not being comfortable making decisions, information overload, analysis paralysis, fear of doing the wrong thing, fear of, looking dumb, making the wrong decision. The other one that showed up when I was looking into it, it's called what the hell effect.
What the hell?
What the hell effect? So it's like mostly related to dieting, which we see all the time because we help people with weight loss all the time. So it's I'm supposed to be on a diet, and I had a donut for breakfast this morning. So
What the
hell? I'm
gonna
gonna
have the Big
have
Mac.
the Big Mac for lunch. What the hell? I'm gonna have the
I can
So,
see that. Yeah, I do that.
Do you?
Oh yeah,
Do you really?
yeah. I had.
Jeez, oh man.
I had one piece of candy. What the hell?
What the hell? I'm gonna have the whole box.
eat myself down. But I'm on a new thing though. I'm getting the worms out.
You are.
We're deworming.
You sound like a
You
dog.
worming.
That's what you said.
It is kind of deworming, but that's we're doing a parasite cleanse. That's the human way to talk about it. Deworming, there's like a shot your puppy gets.
No, but
It's kind of the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
It is the same thing. Yeah.
because they're tape, right? The worms in the.
Yeah, worms in your gut.
But for the dogs, the same.
Same
like,
thing. It is the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
for the people that aren't smart like you, they understood. Everybody in this thing that's like me understood deworming. Oh,
deworming. Yeah, you're deworming.
deworming. They're like, okay, good. Parasite. What's a I don't even know what that is.
It's a worm
A
in your gut.
parasite is like you see on which other movie with the black
Oh,
the
goodness. Movies.
the guy that symbiotes. He was like a parasite.
Yeah.
Venom.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
You don't watch
I
it.
know
You don't
Venom.
watch
I
enough.
do watch movies. That's
You
what's
don't-
crazy.
You don't watch cool movies. There's
We don't
something wrong
watch
with you.
enough movies to keep up with you. That's our problem.
But
Devin.
Venom, I can relate. You know what? I'm like that guy. We talked about this before. I'm the guy in the front of the TV. What was that show? Where everything was based off his TV because his parents set him in front of the TV, and so his whole life was
That's a Shel Silverstein poem. Jimmy Jet and the TV Set. It's in Where the Sidewalk Ends by
who
Shel
is that?
Silverstein.
No, it's not the books. Why are we quoting books? We're quoting movies.
I can quote books way more than I can quote movies.
There was a sitcom, and it always started with the guy in front of the TV.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on, you gotta look that up. It was back probably 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, yeah, 80s. He was but it always started off. He basically was raised for it, so his life was about a TV show where he would always relate like I do.
Like you do. You relate everything to a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a part of a movie.
Dream On. Is that it? Marta Kaufman and David Crane. Okay. What other show did Marta Kaufman and David Crane co-create?
Who is Mark? I didn't even know who they are.
Marta Kaufman and David Crane, one of the most loved, most watched TV shows of all time. This is your final Jeopardy
Cheers.
question.
Seinfeld.
You're getting closer.
Friends?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Dream On. I think that's it.
What? Show me that if you.
Mid 90s.
Let me see the. Yeah,
Gotta
pick that. Let
see
me
it.
see who's in. I can tell you.
I have never heard of this ever in my whole life. There are no pictures.
Yeah, let me go. Here, let's look up now. Okay. Look up this.
He's looking it up. But anyways,
Okay. Yeah, so that's how you relate.
Yeah.
Is it that one? There it is.
relates. Like whenever something happens
Oh.
with life, he goes back to a TV episode
Yeah.
of like what's something that he watched
yeah.
on TV. So
That's
it's
you.
like-
That's you.
Yeah.
With movies. Yeah.
yeah. Anyways.
That's
So
good.
yeah. So I do that. What the hell?
I guess you do.
Yeah. You don't?
I don't think I do.
You're too damn disciplined.
I don't. Do you do that
Oh, all the time.
all the time?
Like every time before I've started like eating good,
Yeah.
like that day before, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And
Right.
I'm like, I'm going out with a hurrah.
Yep. Because tomorrow everything's
Yep.
changing.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm
Yep.
Johnny Monday, starting on Monday.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. My dad said if every day was a Monday, I'd weigh a lot less. He's always starting a new diet.
You
on
know,
Monday.
yeah, it's funny because even like talking about analysis, with technology now,
That's even harder.
because
you
now you're
think?
making decisions based off of you can look on here what people think, what would they do. You can ask AI now,
Right.
what should I do?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Although maybe helpful for some people. I don't know.
but yeah, so that's the interesting. Now let's talk about one other thing, like the burn the boat decision.
Those are the ones I like.
So the burn the boat, you know what that is? So burn the boats are like it's at no plan B. Like you make a decision,
And that's just it.
like
That's the decision.
like telling your
Okay.
story about PT school.
Well, so that's,
That's kind of a burn the boat.
it's burn the boat, but it's also like, I think it's the way my brain works. So this is a long time ago, but I went to Ohio State, declared a physical therapy major. So they put me in a class, day one college at Ohio State University. I'm sitting in a class with 450 kids, and the teaching assistant gets up and writes on probably a chalkboard. I don't even know if it was a whiteboard then. Oh, it was an Elmo. It was an Elmo. I remember. I can picture it in my mind, the Elmo with the screen, the projector screen. So she has a piece of paper and she writes 450, and then she draws a line, and then she writes 60. And she says, there are 450 of you sitting in this room right now. There are 60 of you, 450 of you declared that you want to be a physical therapy major. There are 60 of you that are actually going to get accepted into the program. So I think you should all choose a backup plan because the majority of you are not getting in.
You choose a backup plan.
Right then. No. Well, so I'm a rule follower, you know that. So
So she did.
So right then, at that moment, my gut was like, I'm getting in. I made the decision, and that's why I think the memory is so clear in my mind. The Elmo, the writing, I can see her writing the numbers because it was at that moment I made the decision. Are you ringing?
That's my cleanse drops.
Oh my gosh. I made the decision literally right at that moment that I was going to accept it to physical therapy school. Like I just knew it. I made the decision.
But you did make a plan B. What was your plan B?
My plan B was pharmacy until I took, I was based on like they make good money. And I was like, oh, I could be a pharmacist. They make good money. And then I took one chemistry class and barely passed. So I had to abandon that plan pretty quick.
Back in those days, that was my biggest issue with physical therapy. The people I met,
Yeah.
okay, through my father who ran a physical therapy company, I saw, and I worked summers
Yeah.
with a lot of PT students.
Yeah.
Tons.
Yeah.
The majority of the PT students had zero personalities,
Right.
okay? They were book smart.
Because
And-
it was very heavily, I don't know if it still is. It used to be very heavily weighted on GPA.
And it was, why are you doing this? Because like I loved it when I was like
Yeah.
to see this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was smart and they told me I could make good money.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever like go to any places?
Well, you had to get into school.
Yeah.
You had
Well,
to.
Yeah. But no, but a lot of them, they did. Yeah, you had to get in.
You had to do
get in.
200 hours of volunteering in a physical therapy setting to get accepted. But so the decision was made right then.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, that was my gut. Like, I just knew I was going to get in. I knew, and then I did whatever, like I took all the actions in alignment with that decision.
So was that decision based off of, you're not going to tell me what to do?
A little bit. But also, it's what I had wanted. I mean, I chose colleges to research based on who had physical therapy programs. So I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I went in with a strong, like, this is my major. And then after I made that declaration, they came at me and said, you ain't going to do it. And I was like,
My brother did that to me.
I was like,
chemistry.
watch it. Watch me do it. You know? So there was a little bit of that, like,
I think, yeah.
just tell me I can't, and I'll show you I can.
That's
so
something
there
I've
was,
been-
but it wasn't the only reason. I had a history of, like, that's what I wanted to do, and then somebody told me, you can't do it.
So I do think there's a stronger thing in enemies, okay,
Yeah.
that help make decisions, strong decisions when you have an enemy.
Yeah, I agree.
And meaning it was not them, but as a whole program. Like,
I mean,
don't
she
tell
wasn't
me.
talking to me directly.
No.
She was talking to 450
Watch
kids,
me.
but I took to me,
But I look at my life,
although,
when people tell me I can't do something and like truly mean it,
yeah,
not like, oh,
not when I try and manipulate you. To
no, 'cause you can't, yeah, because you're like, that doesn't work as bad. But when it's like literally a truth that it's like,
Right.
my brother called me stupid. I flunked my chemistry exam. I was trying to get into PT school, and I got a F with the curve.
Yeah.
No, A, B, C, D, E, F. D, A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, F, G, like a G.
I can see why you didn't pass chemistry.
Wow.
I had to go through
There's no
that.
F. There's F is the bottom.
Yeah, well, it was worse.
Worse than an
Terrible.
F.
With the curve.
Okay.
So without it, I mean, it was terrible. And he's like, you're stupid. You're never going to pass this class. And, you know, you're dumb, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Just rip me up and down. And I'm like,
So then you have the enemy that makes you.
so literally every
the
time
result.
I
Right.
freaking studied my butt off.
Yeah.
That's all I focused on.
Yeah.
And ended up getting a C in the class.
Yeah. But there were some people, good job. Good job.
That's right.
There were some people
Thank you.
that don't react that way. Like, there's something about us that's the reaction we give, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there were 450. There was probably,
Some were probably like, they probably quit.
yeah, there were some people. We lived on, you know, Ohio State. There's a ton of kids there. So I went back to my dorm. I didn't know of that many people then. I was pretty new. But there was another girl down the hall who was like, she was really smart. And she was like, I'm still going to keep my major. Are you? And I was like, yeah, of course I am. But there were another couple girls. They were like, this seems too hard. We're not doing that.
Right.
You know, like they just,
Yeah.
there were people that said, I want to do it, but they get a little challenge and then they
But they didn't
and then
find
they
any mo-
leave.
Yeah.
And then there are people get a challenge and they're like, yep, bring it on.
There's there's also like your back's in a corner.
Yeah.
Decision making where you make it and you're like, I have no other way. I mean, I think sometimes when you take the other option out, for some people, they make that decision and they can get out of it.
You
Some
have to. So decision. This is from Tony Robbins. Like the first time I heard it, but it's actually from the word decide means to cut off, like to cut off all other choices.
Yeah.
So decision is from Latin. It literally means to cut off.
Right.
So we just don't use it that dramatically anymore. Like deciding means cutting off all of our decisions. The word decide actually means burn the boats.
Yeah. And the problem is we don't
treat it that
we
way.
don't treat it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, because we make a decision, we switch it. I mean,
But you can. I mean, it's not always a bad thing to switch decisions. Depends.
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 That all depends.
You make a bad decision, you can correct it. That's not a bad thing.
No.
It's the giving up.
I think it's
On a
more of like
decision you make
the
that-
people that make the decision and they're constantly changing their decision before it
Give
didn't
it
work
a
out.
chance, right? Before
Yeah.
they even, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the shiny penny syndrome. They're always like chasing the next latest, greatest thing.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to do here. I'm going to quit my job. I'm not going to quit my job.
Yeah.
I quit today. I didn't quit.
Yeah. Or I'm going to go after this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, the shiny penny. They're always chasing something
somebody.
instead of following their gut and doing something that,
Yeah.
that's good. You got me thinking.
Burn the boats.
Burn
Decide.
the boats.
I like it.
Burn the boats.
So if you act like every decision,
I think that's dramatic.
of course you do. See that? It's not dramatic. That's good.
I mean, I like the burn the boat theory, and I think I
Just
function
think
in
if
life
you,
that
just
way.
think if you burn the boat on every
certain-
decision you make.
Test it for a week and let me know. Every decision you make, burn the boats.
Every
Test
decision.
it. Like, test it for 3 days and then tell me how it goes.
Living in the absolute.
Yeah, tell me. I'm curious. I'm not being like, I'm like,
Well, I'm,
experiment with it.
what I guess what I'm saying
Because I
is
feel like that's a lot. That's a lot.
well,
to
but
ask.
it's like this is the decision I'm making. It's good. I'm not going to think about it anymore. Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
I made a decision. I'm moving forward because I think sometimes
act
people
in alignment with that decision instead
Yes.
of doubting yourself.
instead of doubting yourself, that's what, I guess what I'm saying. That's what I mean by that. Like more of like not allowing yourself, because I think when you give yourself so much leadway, okay, you're constantly in this influx
Right.
of like limbo, which
But
I
it's
know
a-
you love limbo.
I do not love limbo. I think limbo is
Limbo is
not love
you know what
limbo.
limbo is?
Like the in between play, like you're
Yeah, in between.
In between heaven and hell, yes.
But
Well,
it
he
is
knows.
like so.
But it's in
limbo
between. So like
for-
limbo is like you're just nowhere. You're kind of here,
Yeah.
but it's like I made a decision. Okay, I'm going to lose weight. But maybe I don't have to start. Maybe I don't. You know what I mean? What the hell? But more of like. But if you just make that decision, like you said, the little things. Like I'm going to go to bed early tonight.
Yeah,
Okay, go to bed early.
right.
You made a decision. Go to
But
bed.
I think that's clarity, like making a decision and then not and just following through on that decision keeps you more clear and focused, so you're more likely to achieve the goal instead of like, is it the right thing? Is it
Is
the
it
wrong
right? Yeah,
thing? Is
well,
it like if you just stop doubting the decisions you make,
Right.
you're more likely to make more progress.
Yeah.
If it's a goal oriented decision.
Yeah.
Like not all decisions I think are goal oriented, but
No.
goal oriented decisions, if you're going after something, if you burn the boats in those scenarios, I think you're way more likely to be successful because you eliminate the self-doubt.
Yeah.
You decided to eliminate the self-doubt. That's part of the decision. You're going to just move forward towards that goal no matter what.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be all out all the time, but you eliminating the doubt. Like it's more of a mental thing than an action thing, in my opinion.
I agree. I like that.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you.
Wow.
It's all mental. When you talk about mental,
Yeah, it's all mental.
when you say mental, I mean it's mental. Everything's mental.
It is. It's all between our ears.
It is.
I know.
Everything. Like pain. Pain is just in between your ears.
That's hard for me, but I know theoretically that's true.
And pain's not, it's funny because Janet was in today and she's hurting. And she's upset because she's losing her surgeon. After 40 years.
Yeah.
And like, well,
He's done.
done hips
He's
on her.
done.
You know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, I'm probably the youngest. I've been with him for 40 years.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of health problems. She's like, I'm just hurting. I'm like, pain means you're alive. Nothing wrong with pain.
What'd she say?
She laughed. She goes, you're right. Your dad would say that.
Your dad would say that, right? Yep.
It does. I mean, I don't know. I wake up sore
Every day.
every day.
I know.
It's just,
I
I'm
watch
just a little
you
tight. It's
get
gotta
out of
warm up.
bed every day.
I'm like the Tin
A
Man.
little shuffle.
I'm the Tin Man.
Shuffle every
I
day.
need a little
You
oil.
are the Tin Man.
I need
Yeah.
a little bit of oil.
You get out of bed like that. A little bit of
I
like.
got a big heart, though.
You do.
Tin Man didn't have heart, right?
No, I did not have a heart.
nope.
He was not the heart. The lion was courage, and Scarecrow was smarts.
Brain.
Brain.
I only had a brain.
Yeah.
You need to shut your phone off.
I did shut my phone off, but I hit it on vibrate.
Still buzzing.
It's buzzing. So
All right. I think we're good on decision making.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
I
a good
think
debate. I think we had a good debate on decision making.
so. I think so I guess let's just wrap it up. So a couple of things is, and you said it early on, is it's a muscle you need to develop.
Right.
So work on
Making
being decisive, making decisions and making them quickly
Yeah.
and living with it. Okay, like where am I going to eat? Make a decision.
Right. What am I going to eat?
Yeah, I mean,
Decision.
when you sit down at the restaurant, make an effing decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're what?
I'm going to ask you to do that.
I do that pretty good. Well, I go back and forth, but here's my thing.
That's one thing you don't do well, actually.
What do you mean?
Make a lot of decisions, but the restaurant, here's what you do. You don't make a decision, but you narrow it down to 2, and then you ask the server which one to get.
Yes.
So that's just a process you normally go through. That's okay. You're not totally indecisive. Like I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. You pare it down to 2, and then you ask the server.
What would you get?
But yeah, yeah.
I don't always go with it, but I see how they feel because sometimes they lie, and I can tell they're lying.
And then you go with the other one?
Yeah. Because a good server is trained like what I would do.
Yeah.
Even if I never liked them, I'd make something up
I know you would.
because it's your opinion.
Right.
I mean, I taught that.
Well,
I taught people, like, when you're serving wine, I don't really know anything about the wine. It doesn't matter. Just say whatever you, this is what I tasted. It tastes, I felt, there's
Yeah.
a little bit of maple in there. Like, they don't know. They don't taste the maple. They're thinking, well, I don't taste the maple. But they might taste the maple. But
because you told them to.
and if you're confident with them, look them right in the eye,
Yeah.
be confident. So I do a good job, but I just, sometimes I don't know. So, but
You do.
I have a process.
It's the same process. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's the same process.
Yeah. It's a good process.
What if I challenged you to tomorrow when you go to Martini's, I would like you to just make a decision. Could you do that?
Oh, Martini's is easy because I know I'm going to get it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's an easy place. 'cause
Well,
you
no,
know the
actually,
menu.
tomorrow's going to be tough.
Why?
Because there's only 2 people. If there's 4 or 5, I know we're going to have the option. I'm going to get a little bit of the butternut squash ravioli.
Ravioli.
I'm going to get a little bit of the mushroom ravioli. Okay, so I know I'm at samples.
Okay.
Those are my 2 favorite. So now that's out. I don't have to eat those. Now tomorrow I'm going to be with another guy. Like, I don't.
There's 2 people, so now you have to make an actual just dinner
Yes,
choice.
because do I want to because we can't order all that
Right.
because then I'll be stuffed.
Yeah.
So now I got to say,
You got to make a choice.
yeah, I'm hoping to get sea bass. And it's
Make a
done.
choice.
If they have sea bass, I'm done.
Okay. Good.
Already made it.
Already done. See, you made the decision before you
I
even
might do a
showed up.
steak because I haven't done a steak. That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow. So it's already made. Steak or
There's
sea
2
bass.
options.
Steak or sea bass. I'm telling you, it's going to end up 2. I know. I've
Well,
eaten with you.
But
for
here's the thing:
25 years.
if they have sea bass, it won't be a choice.
Okay. Oh, okay. If they don't have sea bass.
Yeah,
then
because
it's
sea bass,
steak.
their sea bass is
Okay.
out of this world.
It is so good.
It is really good.
is
So
so good.
I don't care what that will be it.
Okay.
But
I
if not,
getcha.
I'm already saying, and I probably maybe do the mushroom wrap. Just
Yeah.
because.
Just because.
Yeah. Anyways, so practice making decisions on little things, whatever it is. Okay.
That's great.
Build that muscle.
Good.
Be ready to go.
Yep.
Take action. Be decisive.
Burn the boats.
Burn the boats. So
It's good.
excited. And we
All
won't
right.
be getting a guest. I think we're going to have our first guest. I got to
In
just
2 weeks.
clarify.
I think 2 weeks we have our first
Yeah,
guest.
I'm gonna
Well, our
clarify.
second guest. Jacob was our first guest.
Oh, yes. Our second guest.
Our
Yeah.
second guest. We're super excited.
Yeah. But now, I mean, since that one, we're like freaking light years
Oh.
away. We should bring Jacob back.
I know.
Bring them back.
Yeah. We will bring him back because he'll be, because we're a
Well, it's a
little
whole new setup. We got we're like, yeah,
we're
we
more oppressive. I mean,
we've
we got
done-
clapping.
yeah. We've done way more since the last time he was here. But we do have another guest coming, I think, in 2 weeks.
Yes. And we'll be announcing that. Yeah. I'm going to
Yeah,
verify
super
it.
exciting.
Yeah. It's going to be it's a crazy
It's going to
story.
be a crazy story that I don't
She's
know.
already uncomfortable a little bit.
I am uncomfortable a little bit, so I'm excited. I don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
I only know the bad part.
It could
of
be
the
a long one.
story,
We might
so
have to start that one a little early because it could be
Okay.
a long, because he's got,
It's got a lot to tell, I
lot of
think.
stuff to tell,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know the whole story, but I'm excited to hear it.
yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to learn it before we show up here. I want to just
No,
hear it
I
from
think
him.
so.
Okay.
That'd be good. Yeah. Get his opinion on it. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
awesome. So remember, the world needs your light to shine.
We need your light to shine, and you definitely, definitely need your light to shine.
Have an amazing week. See you next week on The Shine.